Here is where the cast of RHOA stand after the season 16 reunion. The end of a dramatic season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta means a very chaotic reunion for Andy Cohen and the ladies. Receipts are shown, arguments are had, and resolutions are made. The housewives had a lot to talk about throughout season 16, especially after Kenya Moore's antics around Britt Eadie got her fired and Phaedra Parks entered mid-season to take her place. With small fires spreading among the cast, it was important to have some sort of resolution before the Bravo cameras picked up again. With Bravo allegedly filming soon, according to Kenya Moore, it's important to know how the housewives left off with each other. Did Shamea Morton and Portia Williams put their anger aside? Did Angela Oakley speak her piece against Phaedra Parks? Let's get into it. Here's where the cast of RHOA Season 16 left off. Season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta was a doozy. Not only was Kenya Moore fired after a couple of episodes, but a former housewife was added to the mix, and another skipped the reunion. Host Andy Cohen had his work cut out for him to bond the women and find resolution, or solace, in the group. From broken friendships to new beginnings, here's where the Bravo women left off. Portia Williams. This was the first season back after she and Simon Gobadia filed for divorce. It was a difficult season for Portia because of the legal battle she was in with her ex, but things grew darker when her cousin passed away during the season. I've had rough seasons on the show before, but none this transformative, honestly, to be able to sit and watch yourself not be your best. And I don't blame anybody but me, she told Andy. One of the biggest shockers of the season was her fallout with Shamea Morton. The two have been best friends since they were kids, but started arguing when some of the women thought that Portia wasn't a good friend to Shamea. I really hate the way this season went, Portia said to Shamea. I continue to love you. I continue to cheer for you. Since the group filmed the reunion, Portia and Shamea have been seen together again. Fans noticed a change in Portia, often taking the high road during arguments. She was less reactive and listened more. This could have been because she genuinely loved the group despite the hiccups. I put a button on that by saying that I love everybody that are on these couches. That's not easy to say on this show. And, thank you for such a beautiful season and a learning season for me. Phaedra Parks. Phaedra Parks had a shorter season than the other women because she joined after Kenya Moore was fired. It can be hard to join a new cast in the middle of the season, but Phaedra handled it gracefully. The only heated exchange Phaedra had was against Angela Oakley. Angela alleged that Phaedra paid a man to interrupt a party to tell the women that Charles Oakley had been cheating on Angela and even had a love child. Phaedra denied those claims at the reunion and, oddly enough, didn't seem too peeved at Angela for the insinuation. Phaedra left the group on good terms, saying the group's trip to Grenada was her favorite part of the season. Shamea Morton. Shamea Morton has been a part of the series as a friend or guest since Season 5 as Portia's best friend. Season 16 was her first time holding a peach. The mother of two showed the health complications with her youngest daughter, the desire for more children by her husband, small arguments with the group, and a fallout with Portia. It was a full season for Shamea. It's been an incredible journey, she told Andy. And I pray that, moving forward, I can build alliances with all the ladies. If she returned, she promised to be more open with the group of women. Kelly Farrell. Season 16 was Kelly's first time on RHOA. The business owner appeared transparent, showing the hardships of divorce, running her own business, and being a single mom. When asked if there were any lessons that she learned from her first season, Kelly replied, I will definitely pick and choose who I'm a good friend to moving forward. Unfortunately for Kelly, she was loyal to Britt Eadie for the majority of the season before they had a falling out. She concluded that she felt so lucky to go kind of through this life journey with these ladies. Angela Oakley. Angela was one of the most transparent housewives, especially in her freshman year. The housewife was honest about her, at times, rocky relationship with former NBA star Charles Oakley. She shared the ups and downs of her business, finances, and issues with the group. Andy agreed that fans felt connected to Angela. I have a deep gratitude for the platform, for the Fangelas, she replied. Although Angela had issues with Phaedra, she didn't think there was anything they couldn't iron out before next season, if they both return. Drew Sidora. Drew had a rather interesting season on RHOA. Although she and her husband were in the middle of a divorce, he lived in their shared basement while details were ironed out. Outside of her divorce, she focused on her music career and resolving small fires with Portia after working on her album with Portia's ex. I did care for Portia, and I think today we hurt each other, found our way back to some apologies and healing. And so, I appreciate the accountability and the grace that we're extending to one another. What does season 17 of RHOA look like? The three-part reunion of The Real Housewives of Atlanta was relatively tame compared to past reunions. Because the drama wasn't too deep for the women, and they were able to squash a lot of their negative feelings, season 17 could see the same faces. As of this article's publication, the official roster for season 17 of RHOA has not been released. However, there are two housewives who will not be a part of the new season. Kenya Moore. Kenya was fired after allegedly showing X-rated images of Britt Eady to a group of people at a public event. Britt Eady finished the season but never showed up to the reunion. Instead, she filed a $20 million lawsuit against NBC, Bravo, and two production companies for emotional distress, per USA Today. In an Instagram Live, Kenya revealed her reasons for not joining the new season, but also shared that the series has allegedly signed on two well-known women as new housewives. According to Just Jared, one is from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and the other is a famous restaurateur. While nothing is official yet, Kenya shared that the new group will start filming this August. For more RHOA coverage, visit our reality TV hub.